Chevrolet, the blue bow tie. Some people like shiny cars and polish them all up and take them on and off the trailer. And some people like them with a bit of character. Kind of like a woman or a guy with some wrinkles or some age lines, or a 454. This car's been around the block. It's a loaded 1968. I think it's a 68. Caprice Classic with power windows, power locks, tilt, gauges, air, tack, 8-track, staple shifter. She's got rally wheels and she's got patina and fender skirts. If you're a skirt chaser, why not chase a Chevrolet with skirts?
It's a she.
The trunk ain't too bad. Seen worse, but it's all original. Because original only happens one time. Yep. Squeak. Squeak.
Original squeak.
Yeah, it's got the original squeak, the original key. You're not worried if you leave it in the trunk, somebody will steal the bodies you got buried in there?
Yeah.
You can stack them like cordwood, a couple this way, a couple that way. Yeah, Caprice Classic loaded 427, even has the tack and gauges and clock. And if you really like patina, I'll show you what's just across the Hemmings Musclepalooza Road. It's the crowd gathering around the 69 Z28 RS barn found junk. When you find a valuable piece of junk like this, you leave it just the way you found it. From Alabama. It's a little rough around the edges. We got some big rats nibbling away. If it was in the barn, how could the sun have baked it? Maybe the roof fell in. Maybe it had no roof. No padded dash, but it's got sawtooth gauges, buckets, and console. It is all there. And whatever's there, we'll just leave it the way it was. Because nothing beats barn found. Compromise. New exhaust, new tires, 8-tracks, 6x9s. Who's playing? Joan Jett, Electra Asylum. See? Not even rusty in the trunk.
The real 78 car?
Junk. But it's good junk. Barn found 69. Nothing that won't buff out. CB radio, got the correct stripes. You can tell they're correct because this car's never been painted. It's untouched something. It's like it's from outer space. 6,000 RPM redline only. I think it would be 6,500. A little bit of pour 15 on the floors. Throw a little bit of sand in. Got genuine, authentic Pep Boys racing mirrors. It's rusted. I've actually got a set of valve covers that would be perfect on this car. I left them in my parents' cold storage underneath the staircase for 20 years. And the bottoms, they're LT1 valve covers. The bottoms are all gone. There's no bottoms. They're just like 3/4 of the way up. Got a few new parts and a few old parts, but mostly old parts. Correct radiator with no transmission cooler lines, but it's got the fittings. Correct alternators going back in with the big pulley. It's got new fuel lines because there's just a little bit of safety that you got to keep in mind when you got the best barn find 69 Camaro Rally Sport. It doesn't get any worse than this. And that's what we pay the big bucks for. It's like when I was driving my 409 last night, my buddy says, you know, this thing's real noisy. I said, that's what I paid extra for. You pay extra for the noise, extra for no power steering or brakes, extra for no sun visors. That's the whole deal. Wow. And right beside it, we got a beautiful 70 Z28, which is right in the family. The gentleman owns this, and the son details this and makes it all nice and perfect.
Same owners?
This is the son. This
And
is the
that's
father. Luckily, the son doesn't take after the father, huh?
And this is a
Barn found.
Z28.
The real deal. All the
my
numbers
God.
match.
Oh,
Everything
look
is
at-
as General Motors produced it in the Norwalk assembly plant.
I know a guy just bought one. It's been sitting for like 30 years, a red one. Z28.
Worse than this?
No, it's a great condition. It's a red car. You can almost say paint. You gotta do a couple patches here and there, but it's all original.
There's nothing to save here.
No.
This is just leave it as it is, because if you restore it, it'll cost you $75,000 to restore it,
course,
and you
of
end up with a
course.
$50,000 car. Oh, it's beautiful. And right next to it, we got the Suns 70. Oh, it's an SS 396. I thought it was a Z28. Pardon me. It's got the rare dual snorkel air cleaner. I have never seen one like it. And it's the Chevy lineup here, because right next to it we got a 70 Chevelle 396 Super Sport. Beautifully restored, perfect in every way, but it's got no patina. It's just beautiful. The gauges are restored, the interior is restored. Wow, beautiful blue, and just everything is so nice here. There's so much to see at Musclepalooza. It's not actually a full house. There's still some extra spaces on the grass and a few extra spaces here. We've got a 71 383 Cuda. Oh, that is nice with the billboards. I've never had a Dodge, Plymouth, Chrysler, Mopar product, but one day I'm going to show you some Hemis. A fellow took his Hemi out for the first time in 40 years, and I'm going to show it to you in a few minutes. Beauties. Look at the crowd around that Z28. What are they all looking at? It's just junk. Gorgeous junk.